Oh, it's on? Hi guys, so I want to introduce you my friend here. Who are you?
Hello, my name is Randall Stevenson, aka Larry, aka Spencer. All of these things, and none of these things are true. No, I'm Spencer. That's right.
Yeah, his name is Spencer. Anyway, what do you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know what you want to talk about.
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Or what makes you you?
What's interesting? I don't know.
I said what makes you you, not necessarily what interesting.
I
You
don't
could
know.
be into some weird
I-
shit.
Isn't everyone have some weird shit that they're into?
To an extent.
Kinks. No, I don't really have a kink. I guess what makes me is technology. I just love keeping up with technology and learning stuff about technology.
Yep. That's cool. I like technology too.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we all have struggles in life outside of that.
Yes.
I feel like I've had a more privileged life than others, being a white male, but to each their own.
Right. Why do you say that?
Oh, just growing up in a predominantly white gated neighborhood and going to school with predominantly white people.
Damn. That sounds like a pretty good life.
It's first world problems, nerdy white boy problems.
I'm the opposite of that, but to an extent, I think I'm still privileged. Not as much as you, though.
You think you're privileged, but then you take things for granted a lot too, and you forget about what matters sometimes. That's why I say everyone has their struggles. Even though things seem good, there's always things that can change along the way. So, for example, I struggled with addiction for a while, and now I'm learning about that and learning how I can cope with that.
But don't you think we're all addicts to some point?
Yeah, I think anyone could be addicted to anything. I mean, I've been addicted to a ton of things. Sometimes you just find something really interesting, and you'll continue to do it because it feels comfortable. So it becomes like a norm, and it could be good, it could be bad.
What example? What exactly are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. For example, just things you find that you find interesting. I don't know, history. For example, I'm really into learning history about Disneyland and old theme parks and things like that. But then so you could say I'm an addict for learning stuff about the
Not
past.
necessarily a bad thing.
No, but then you can also be addicted to drugs and alcohol, things like that.
Have you been addicted to
Yeah,
drugs and alcohol?
I've struggled with that, and it's something that you struggle with it for the rest of your life. It sucks, but it's kind of fact of life. So you kind of just gotta keep on moving on.
How do you know it's a lifetime struggle? What makes it?
Oh, I mean, I've done programs, I've done meetings, I've met tons of different people.
But how do you know you have an addictive personality? Let's say you were to drink beer, you can't just have one. You always have to have more than one, or what?
Yeah, it really is kind of like that, because even if you try to, as an alcoholic, if you try to limit yourself, like you say, oh, I'll only have one drink, then it turns into, oh, I'll only have 2 drinks, oh, I'll only have 4 drinks, oh, I'll only have 8 drinks, and then all of a sudden you're fucked up. So
let's just say you're at a party. You can go from 1 to 10. Nothing.
really quickly, and it's very bad. It's scary. It damages your health. Obviously, it damages your body, and obviously your body can heal from that. The human body is amazing at being able to heal itself, but you have to give it that time to heal. If you're constantly damaging your body, it's never going to get better. So.
Well, I am fortunate enough to say I am not an alcoholic.
That's
I'll
good.
drink a beer here and there. That's because I'm scared to not have control of myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like when I started drinking, it was immediately that. It's one of those things where after you do it for years, then it escalates, because you build a tolerance and you need more to feel that buzz or whatever.
So how has, let's just say for example, alcohol affected your life in a negative way?
Oh my God, so many ways. Are you kidding me? I can't even count the number of times on my hand. The number of things on my hand. Like the worst thing was probably when I was 20, and I was literally probably 2 weeks away from turning 21. I was already drinking underage.
That's when people
right.
do it the most. Come on.
But I was,
they can.
And and since I'm drinking, and I was driving. That's immediately a red flag. Know that you have a problem if you're drinking and you're driving. And I totaled my car. I was going 80 miles an hour and I ran into a pole. Somehow I was able.
A pole?
Yeah, a pole. A pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a street pole or whatever.
Is that kind of, you feel like that was maybe God giving you a second chance? Or some higher being?
Yeah, I mean, like if something exists, I definitely felt like okay, you only get one sort of thing. But everybody gets one. No, that's the rule. No. But, no, I mean that was the scariest shit in my life because I remember people that were around getting out of their cars, just coming to my car, seeing if I was okay.
Yeah.
So, somehow I don't get hurt. I guess Hyundai makes amazing cars.
I heard. Yeah.
Shout out to Hyundai. This video is sponsored by Hyundai.
Yes, please sponsor us.
No, don't click that.
Not actually sponsored by Hyundai.
But no, they rush over me. They ask me if I'm okay. My first thing that I say is, "My parents are gonna kill me." And
of course.
But obviously they're like, no, they're not. They're gonna be glad you're okay.
Right.
So, that was a huge misstep in my life. And I luckily since I wasn't 21 yet, when I went, I got a guy to go to court with, and he specialized in getting minors that got DUIs a better sentence.
What is your favorite drink?
Favorite drink?
Of alcohol.
Well, I mean, when I first started drinking, it was Mickey's malt liquor,
okay.
and then it evolved into vodka, mostly Seagram's vodka. That's just straight Seagram's. I wouldn't mix it with anything. I just taking straight shots. So.
All right. And any interesting stories or anything you want to share with us? Maybe ghost stories.
Oh, like crazy shit. Crazy
shit or worst thing ever.
Yeah, actually. Shout out to aliens. I got an alien right here. It says "Give me jerky" and nobody gets hurt. It's a jerky shop in Baker, California, on the way to Vegas. But no, I have an alien story. It was about 5 years ago. I was visiting my grandparents in Texas, and they live in Floresville, kind of like in the bumfuck middle of nowhere, because my grandpa has a ranch. It's like 123 acres, I think. And he has cows. He raises cows. And we were there, for 5 years ago, and I'm sleeping in one of the guest rooms on a pull-out couch. And it was the day that we got there, and I would go to sleep, and I felt like I had gotten abducted, because it was like abducted, like straight up. Like I know people say that and they sound crazy. I'm not crazy, I promise. But no, it was weird because I felt like I had something going straight into the back of my head, like a drill or something. And then when that was happening, there was somebody that was holding out their hand, hold my hand, be like it's okay. But it was something that tried to look like my grandma, but it wasn't my grandma.
You think it was just a badass trip, or
maybe it was sleep paralysis or something, or maybe I was super stressed after getting off the plane. Traveling does weird shit to you. But no, and it was weird too, because when I woke up the next day or whatever, I told my parents about it, and they were just like, "Oh, cool."
Oh, cool.
It's okay. Well,
if you have one last thing to say, let's just say you die tomorrow, what would you want the world to remember?
That was funny. I'm fucking funny.
There you have it, guys. Lastly, before anything, do you think you dealing with addictions could potentially help you make a difference in this world? Would you want to make a difference?
Yeah, absolutely. I always, whenever I hear that someone else is struggling with something like what I struggled with and still struggle with, it's networking and having people to talk to is the best thing that you can do. People always talk about mental health and they need to talk to people, or get therapy and things like that. It's totally true. It helps, and people think it's like being weak or whatever. It's not. Talking to people about stuff is not.
So if you had one one step towards doing something to help somebody, what would you do right now, like to help someone? Like would it be like giving an ear to somebody, or what right now could be a step towards helping somebody? What would you do right now?
Giving them an ear, and also making a plan and setting goals. Making a plan is one of the most important things that you can ever do when you're struggling with that stuff. Because if you don't have a plan, then you just end up relapsing, and you go back to doing the same thing. If you have a plan and you stick to it, then it becomes habitual, and then things get better.
Would you write a book, or maybe like a 12-step yourself for other people right now? Or
I don't. Probably not. If I wanted to do anything, it would be to learn more about addiction, like studies, and to make a video, make a film about it. Because
you wouldn't do it like a YouTube channel?
That's always a possibility, but I would want to do something with higher production values, and that could reach more people, because that stuff's important. I feel like you can get more out of it and reach more people. YouTube's great. Obviously, you can reach a lot of people with YouTube, but not everyone's going to see what you want to talk about. So.
Right, but then you also have to give people a reason to care and to watch. So you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing.
Yeah, totally.
Comment, like, subscribe, and check Spencer out.
Ding the dong, subscribe, like, do all that stuff.
Is there any way they could find you?
No.
No.
Not yet.
All right.